Hello everyone, I'm Phoenix Tremaine, and today we're going to be talking about Blood Red Sky, which you can watch on Netflix. And hopefully you hit that like button to help my channel get more views, and subscribe if you want more videos like this. So Blood Red Sky was directed by Peter Thorwarth, written by Stefan Holtz and Peter Thorwarth, starring Perry Baumeister, Carl Anton Koch, Kai Seti, and Dominic Purcell. If I butchered any of those names, it was not on purpose. Hopefully I got them right. The basic premise of this movie is hijackers hijack a plane unaware that a vampire and her son are on it. When things go off the rails, the vampire has to fight the hijackers to protect her son and the rest of the people on the plane. Chaos ensues, and that's your movie. That's your 2-hour movie. I recommend this movie for people who love vampires. I do have a major complaint with this movie that you may feel as well. I don't want to get too deep into spoilers because if you've seen the trailer, you know what you're in for. And just reading the basic premise, vampires on a plane, snakes on a plane, vampires on a plane. Not much difference. So it is what it is. Now I'm going to get a little bit deeper. So if you want my recommendation, if you have 2 hours, you're bored, you haven't really found something you want to see, and you're a vampire fan, this is an okay movie. It's not a good movie. It's not a great movie. It's just okay. I don't think you'll be mad you saw it. It's not a bad movie. It's just right there on the line of between okay and bad. One of the number one things that made this movie almost unbearable for me is the kid, the Carl Anton Koch who plays the son. That boy was working my nerves. That boy worked my last ever loving nerve. He would not do what he was told, and every time he didn't do what he was supposed to do, something bad happened. He never got a clue. All the way to the end, his disobedience led to situations getting worse. Also, there were times where this kid was supposed to cry on cue. He could not cry, so sitting there watching him attempt to cry was gut-wrenching because it just added to the runtime. He clearly couldn't do it. So why didn't the director step in and either not give him a crying scene or shoot him from behind so you don't see his facial expressions and just hear it? Because there wasn't no tears. The one reason why I wouldn't say this goes from okay to good is because I just couldn't stand this kid. And being a major character, I'm not supposed to want the vampires to get him or for him to go out the window or something, but I wouldn't have been mad. Now, another thing I didn't like about this movie, why they show us the ending before the movie started? In a movie like this, you just showed us the major characters are survived. Right in the beginning of the movie, like, they show everybody, but they showed at least 2 of the major players that they are alive at the end of the movie. So all the danger they're in throughout this whole 2-hour movie, which I'll get into the runtime, but I hate long movies. If a movie is long, let it have a purpose to be long. Avengers Endgame, I wanted it to be long because they had 10 years to wrap up. I was cool with it. I never complained. But a lot of movies that have a long runtime, unless you're giving me some deep psychological, great scenes or whatever, or action, and sometimes the action goes too far too, but action or something like that, you know, we don't need a 2 hour long vampire movie on a plane. Just saying. But this son worked my last nerve. They showed us the ending at the very beginning of the film, and at least 25 minutes of this movie was unnecessary, and they could have merged those scenes with the scenes on the plane. So the scenes I would have changed: the son and the mother did not arrive at the airport at the same time. We didn't need to see that footage. Fareed and the son have small talk at the airport that could have been done right on the plane. They could have been sitting right across from each other, or he could even, I think they had 3 seats per person. He could have even been in his a seat with them where he could have got to know the little boy or whatever. That could have happened on the plane. We also see the mother drink some blood and they give herself a shot that causes pain. This clearly is something that represses her vampirism. They also show us that she did it again on a plane. So why are you showing us the same scene twice? You could have just showed us on the plane and called it a day. Why can they? He's just a kid, so I'm not going to go too deep into, if I was a director, how I would have directed his scenes to go. But it was just so annoying. The ending for me was left way too open. It left me with a lot of questions on, like, I know you set it up so that this certain thing happens at the end of the movie, and I'm like, so one, you should have had more scenes of bonding if you were going to go that route. 2, I may have even let that person be a family friend or something, if that's the route you were going to go. The people who are vampires, they were okay. The vampire makeup and teeth, I've seen better. And I feel like because the plane was lit so well, we got to see every flaw, everything that could potentially take us out of the film as we sort of study the actual look of the vampire. They shouldn't have done that. They would have looked a lot better in the dark unless you had a better person doing your prosthetics and everything. But we also had flashbacks of her going back in time showing how she became a vampire. That was fine. They could have done that on the plane too. So this movie was 2 hours. I felt it should have been an hour and a half. And like I said, if you got time to waste, like you've been flipping through Netflix and you can't find nothing, but you know you like vampires, I'll recommend this for you if you just want to waste some time. Shut your brain off, because there are some scenes that happen where, where you just gotta say it's a stupid horror movie. And logic doesn't always work in these situations, although I wish they would. And I would love if you've seen Blood Red Sky to let me know in the comment section what you thought. Were you as hard on the kids' performance as I was? Did you feel like they could have cut a half hour off like I feel they could have? Would this movie be a better movie at an hour and a half, or did you love the cinematography at the beginning? Because it was really nice cinematography. I just wanted to get to the point. I didn't sit here for cinematography. Cinematography on the plane, yes. Not this first 25 minutes. So thank you for watching. I'm Phoenix Tremaine, and I will see you in the next video, which will be Midnight Mass, because Tuesdays is the day that I do the horror series. So like Midnight Mass, the new Chucky series, the new I Know What You Did Last Summer series, I'll be reviewing all of those on Tuesdays. And so, now I can say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. All right.